Whew. All right.
This is the Cast at Glocker. One, and we're live.
All right.
Welcome to the Cast at Glocker with Jeff, Frederick, and Matt Green.
And Kim from Boujah Day. And Kim and
Hello,
Paul.
gentlemen. Hello. Thank you for having me.
So,
It's nice to have you back.
Yes.
So, Matt, this is a super special day. Do you know
heard.
why?
I heard. So I'm trying to run all of these graphics and all my new bells and whistles.
Right.
So I know why it's a special day.
There's many things to make today special.
Right. One, we have Kimmy Songbird on from Boyertown Day and Kim and Ball.
Awesome.
That's one thing.
Yes.
What's the other?
We have Daniel Bauer coming in from Manatawny Creek Ramblers.
Right.
But it's also our first episode of our third season, which is pretty crazy, I think.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago when we started this, or 3 years ago.
50, it's the 50th episode.
And it's the 50th episode.
Of our third season.
No, it's the first episode of our third season. It's our 50th episode.
Overall.
And we're in a new location. This is our new spot. Hopefully, we're trying it out today.
Our lobby,
yeah. a little more relaxed, a little less business-like.
Do you like it better in here?
It's super hot in here right now. I don't like that.
Yeah, so we struggle with heating and air conditioning here at Glocker Realty Insurance, mostly air conditioning.
So if you're stopping in just to get cooled off, maybe not the place to go. But if you want real estate, it's the place
I'm just
to go.
going to throw the guy under the bus.
Because they got hot homes for sale. I mean,
Martin Slater needs to get this figured out.
Did you just call somebody out?
I called
straight up.
All right, it's going to be that kind of show today.
Yeah.
All right.
Jill Diffenderfer is putting up, hi guys, happy 50th.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, Jill.
And that leads me to a good segue. While you're watching the show, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. While you're watching the live video, there is nothing stopping you from hitting the like button 50 million times, or hit that heart button 50 million times. Just keep hitting it. Light the show up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, 50 million sounds like a good
Here's
number.
what that does, though. It sends a signal to Facebook that we have a really popular show, and then Facebook wants to show us to more people.
So is this like algorithm kind of stuff?
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
Okay.
The genie in Facebook.
Okay.
So like, share, and subscribe. That helps get the word out. You can share the live stream to your news feed. It's just like sharing a picture of that cute cat that you want to show all your friends. You hit the share button, and that'll share it right over to your news feed. So if you like sharing cat pictures, why not like sharing Cast At Glocker?
Right.
Okay.
Although cat pictures will probably be shared more.
But
I hate to say it.
If you want to help people find out about how they can support local businesses, including Glocker Realty and Insurance, you should share.
Yeah, absolutely. And local
Share
musicians.
and share alike.
Yes.
Yeah. Our producer is here tonight. She's off screen because she doesn't like being on camera.
Mm-hmm. She
But
just
she
put up
is-
a comment.
She is here watching the show to make sure everything is in order for our 50th show. So how is everything?
Sound amazing.
All right. That's what we wanted to hear. Okay. Well, enough about us, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, right?
Dig into it.
All right.
Grip into it.
Okay. So as we said, Daniel Bauer is going to be stopping by. He has other engagements. He'll be here shortly, and we'll get maybe some tunes going, some songs, Kim.
I think that could be arranged
All right.
tonight.
That sounds perfect.
We'll surprise him when he walks in the door right onto the live show that
Yeah.
he will not realize is happening.
Hopefully
So
he just comes strumming in.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are from the band Vujade,
Correct.
as everybody in this area should know. And also Kim and Paul.
Yep.
You being the Kim part of the Kim and Paul.
Yes.
Paul unfortunately could not be here tonight.
He could not.
But
He's here in spirit. He says
is
hello,
absolutely-
everyone.
Hi, Paul. So tell us, for people who have never seen Vujade, tell us about the band, how it formed,
Okay.
all that stuff.
Actually, next year is our 25th anniversary,
Wow,
which is crazy.
that is crazy.
So we'll have to plan some fun stuff. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, we got together. Next year's 25 years. We have played all over the place, mostly local. Most bands, they travel a little more. They actually do CDs and promotions and stuff. We do none of that. We just show up and play. We don't have T-shirts. Maybe that's something to work on.
For the 25th?
For the 25th, I think. Yeah. We were waiting for the right time. We thought we'll give it 25 years or so
Right.
and see if
You don't want
this
to do it
thing-
right off the bat.
You don't want to do it right off.
Yeah,
the
you want to
bat, you know
groove
what I
in there a
mean?
little bit.
So 25. Wait for your 25th anniversary T-shirt.
I'll buy one for sure.
There we go. So, and then Paul and I actually, he and I started doing the acoustic thing. Number one, just because we love that kind of stuff. We could do that.
So Kim and Paul is the acoustic version of Vujade.
Exactly.
We could say.
Exactly. And it kind of started out, we had weddings where the whole band isn't going to do cocktail hour. So Paul and I'll do your wedding ceremony and cocktail hour, and then the full band will do the reception.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Kind of
Yeah.
started with that. It was actually perfect timing because things kind of, ebb and flow and business changes. And for a while there, it was full bands everywhere. And then all of a sudden, when the economy dipped, we'll call it, or plummet, however you want to say, back in like 2008, around that time, a lot of places were not having full bands anymore. Places that had music
the
every
pay rate's higher
weekend.
and stuff.
The pay rate's higher for more people. Not as many folks were coming out. I mean, if people don't have as much of a paycheck, they don't have as much to go out with.
Right.
And it is kind of crazy doing it my whole adult life now to see how things have changed. 20 years ago, you would not go out to a bar and not have a cover charge at the door.
Yeah.
I mean,
right. No,
you were going to
yeah.
pay a cover charge at the door. That was a given.
Yeah.
And then things they went downhill, financially for a lot of people. There's rarely a cover charge
That's
anymore.
really true, Kim. I haven't thought about that, but yeah. That went away.
It went away. And
Wow.
it was funny because it would be people that had no problem, we're going out for the night, $5 at the door. I'm going to hear
sure.
3-4 hours of music. Awesome. And then when their pockets had to tighten up a little bit, it was, what do you mean there's a cover charge?
Right.
What? Can you put me on the list? There's no
Right.
list. Just to let you know out there, there's no list. There's like never a list. Like my mom isn't even on the list,
There might be a list,
Yeah.
but
The list
We're
is us
never
at the
gonna see
door
the
like, hey,
list.
can we get in? Because we're playing here tonight. All right.
right.
Make it quick. So, but yeah, so it's really funny how that changed. And luckily, Paul and I had already started an acoustic thing together.
Yeah.
We started just like hanging out at his house and playing tunes that we liked and singing with his wife, Jen, my dear friend. And so that's how the acoustic thing started. And then Vujade, we took a little bit of a full band hiatus. Things changed up a little bit. Paul and I kept playing, and then a couple years of just doing acoustic stuff, and then we went back to full band. We
Yeah.
don't do that as much. We kind of try
It's a
to
specialty thing now, right?
exactly, and which is great.
Yeah.
Is great. We do some private stuff over the winter months, and then summertime.
And then luckily, in 2 weeks, I'm going to see one of those private stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it's going to be so much fun. So
Hey,
much
let's
fun.
give some shout outs here. There's some
All
people
right.
tuning
It's-
into the show. We've got a pretty good amount of watchers on our 50th anniversary show. Thanks for tuning in. Jill Kendra Diffendorfer, Jennifer Ann, John Batdorf says, great to see you, Kim.
All right. Hi, John. He had
Angela.
a birthday recently. Happy belated birthday.
There
So-
you go. Shout out birthday to John Batdorf. Angela Horvat is saying hello.
Okay. nice. Hello.
Gypsy Chris is saying hello.
All right.
Carol Keel loves Kim and Paul.
Nice. Hi, Carol.
Carol Keel is also saying her daughter loves Kim and Paul.
Nice. Yes.
Generations.
Yeah.
That's what you'll see at a
I
Vujade
love
show.
it. Yes.
Or
Right.
Kim and Paul
That's
show.
my favorite
Either
thing
one.
about it, actually. Yes.
Rodney Palmer, love you, Kimmy Songbird.
Wow. Hey, cheers, Rodney. He and I always cheers me at night
I'm joining
when
you
I
with
see
that.
him out. So I'm going to cheers you,
All
Rodney.
right.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Judy Green says hi. So Jeff Frederick with Glocker Real Estate says, hi, Mom. I'm commenting as Jeff Frederick right now because we were logged into your Facebook account.
Oh, okay.
The other
Sweet.
thing people will see in the comments is that I put up links to Kim and Paul's Facebook page.
Oh, good.
I also put up links to Vujade.
Awesome.
So you can go check their Facebook
Awesome.
pages for their upcoming shows and
Awesome.
more news and events and posts about Vujade and
Awesome.
Kim and Paul. Just go into the comments. Those links are there. Remember, the comments are open. You can make comments as you're watching the show. If you have a question for
The
Kim,
family show.
it's a family show, family-ish.
Ish.
It's 13 plus.
Yeah.
13
Okay, all right.
plus.
Bring it on.
And then if you have any questions for Kim or for Jeff or myself, put them in the comments and we'll
Nice.
get to as many questions as we
Yeah,
possibly
absolutely.
can.
Awesome. Awesome.
The show works better with community and class participation.
And we like class participation. We like people joining
Love
in. We
it.
don't like to come up with all the questions.
Yes. And you don't even have to raise your hand on here.
No,
Just go for
no,
it.
yeah, just shout it out.
Yes.
Jump in.
Yeah. So like I know I'm a follower of Kim and Vujade.
For a long time, Jeff,
Yes.
you and your beautiful family.
We love you.
And we love you.
Yeah.
You guys have been to so many shows. It's awesome. All over. It's
So
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
the answers to these questions, but I don't know that everybody knows the answers to these questions. So I'm trying to ask some questions that I think people might be interested in.
maybe I'll have an answer that surprises you. Let's
Okay.
see.
Well, I think it's a very general question. What kind of music do you play then? For someone that
Okay.
has not seen you.
We're pretty much a classic rock. I mean, full band is a classic rock, blues, anything from, Bob Marley to Led Zeppelin to James Taylor to Aretha Franklin, Eric Clapton, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then our acoustic show.
But you do have newer songs too that you put in there too as well. That
few.
fit that groove.
a few,
that same
a
groove.
little bit.
Yep.
We do have some original stuff.
Which I love.
That we do not play as often as we should. It's funny. When we got together, our goal was to play some cover tunes to get gigs, and then so we could play our original tunes and eventually be an original band who would sprinkle in some cover songs. It does not work that way because then people expect to hear what they hear.
Yeah.
Okay. And we kind of didn't write enough original stuff. I don't know why, because we're slackers, I guess. I don't know. We didn't write
I don't
enough
think you're
original.
slackers,
Well,
but-
thank you. Maybe just in that regard. So we didn't write enough original stuff to, to be an original band.
Right.
We do need to sprinkle more of those in because we do have original songs. We just
And
don't
they're
play
really,
them
really
enough.
good.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not just saying
Thank
that.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
really good.
But yeah,
that's
so
that-
we're a cover band. I think our longevity is, first of all, we love people. I love people, so
And
it's
it
like
shows.
it's like we're playing music and we want to get to know you and have remember you and your family and whomever we talked about and met. So and we kind of are fortunate. I'm the lead singer. We do mostly men's tunes. I mean, we do Janice and, we sprinkle
Yeah.
all that stuff in, but for the most part, so we are already doing a song, our take on a song by having a female singer singing
Right.
male tunes.
Yeah.
So we kind of try to make it our own.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's the cover of the cover. Right? Like,
Yeah, seriously. I like that. Yeah. It's, as opposed to trying to, we never set out to sound just like the album.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're hoping to pay homage and respect to a song that we like and doing it the way we want to do it.
Yeah.
And how it works for us.
Yeah.
So, and that seems to have worked.
It works out really well for you.
An original set is, I mean, I was in a band for a while when I was in college, and we had an original set. And that all we did was our original music. We had a couple of covers, and we would mess around with people anytime somebody would yell out a request, we would just stop and do Even Flow by Pearl Jam. Didn't matter what the request was.
That's awesome.
Pearl Jam is playing
And
tonight,
we
by
would
the way.
stop in the
My
middle
sister was a huge Pearl Jam, still is huge Pearl Jam.
But in order to have a full set, we had to have 13 songs.
Yeah.
And then we had another 2 in reserve in case we were allowed to play longer at a certain venue. So we had to have 15 songs for the full set. That's a lot of work.
I think we probably have 14 original tunes.
Okay. So you could do a full set if you wanted to.
And we actually have CDs of stuff that we, just started, we'd hit record, and I mean CDs and CDs and CDs, but maybe one day they'll come out of the archives.
You should just do one show
behind the music, and we can say we were here first.
Yeah. You can do an original show, just one.
We did that one time actually, and I had forgotten that till you're just saying this just now. At the Silo, they had an original.
Are they still around, the Silo?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either.
I think that died well before COVID.
And it died.
Yeah.
I think because somebody died.
Yeah, probably.
There was some stuff that went on there.
My girlfriend Angela, she has a band, Big Beat Tornado.
Yeah.
And I sang on their CD, and they were invited to do an original night at the Silo. They asked us if we wanted to, because it was like 4 or 5 bands, and it was great. But it was like a random Tuesday. So it was like each of the bands just listening to the other bands,
right.
But it was cool. It was, and it was all original. And that's the only time we've ever done an original night. And that was probably 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. Longer, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe for your 25th.
Here we go. I think
you got a lot stacked up for your 25th already.
We better get started on that.
Shirts, originals, all that good stuff.
You know what? I think maybe now's the time to I'm not trying to tell you what to do. This is just don't get this twisted. But I think especially during and now after the pandemic, there is this kind of movement back to local, like support local. So why not include support local music in that too? Support local original music. Go out and see song stylists, or go out and see a band that's doing an original set someplace.
I completely agree with that. And we have been very fortunate. It amazes me how supportive people are. Mm-hmm. It really, truly does. I mean, to take, people work hard for what they have.
Right.
And you have a night off. You could be home and relax. You could catch up on the, myriad of things that you have to do in your life. And you're out hearing live music.
Right.
It blows my mind, actually, how supportive. I mean, you and Anita and your kids have come to see us all over the place. And I think there are so many things they could be doing right now. And I'm genuinely appreciative of it.
But nothing better.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for real.
Get me in the fields, Jeff. But it's amazing. I mean, we have people that have been coming to see us. They specifically, I'm thinking of a couple people that were like a first date where we were playing. Now, we played their wedding. They have children. Their kids are actually driving them home from our gigs, which is amazing.
Which hopefully our kids will do someday.
Yes. You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that, guys?
Nico, Lila.
Yeah.
You're going to be driving.
I wouldn't mind that myself. DD action.
Designated driver.
Exactly.
Yes. You might want to check the law.
Yes.
You might want to check the laws on that.
They can do it now. They can see over the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah, sure. If it's the difference between that and driving drunk, I'd let the 12-year-old drive.
Yes.
Sir, I mean, they're a better driver right now.
Have one kid control the pedals and the other one steer.
Nico and Lana are both very responsible children. I would totally trust them to get me anywhere.
Well,
isn't he a Boy Scout?
Maybe sometimes. Yes, he is a Boy Scout.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you might want to hold off on that.
get kicked out of his Eagle Scout thing when they
Right.
find his record from driving him
Yeah.
home from.
You got pulled over
yeah.
with it.
Too funny. But I
Yeah.
totally agree with you. That is, I mean, the pandemic and the whole COVID situation, horrific, horrible.
Right.
But literally every situation
Has a silver
that
lining.
happens has a silver
Yeah,
lining.
and we've talked about
Or
that a lot
yes,
on the
yeah.
show.
Or a lesson, or it really is true.
Yeah.
If you don't learn from it, then
it's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It's on you. And you have to look for those lessons sometimes, especially with something like a pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, this is awful. I'm stuck home. I'm all of these negative things about it. You kind of have to clear the cobwebs to find the silver lining. Sometimes it isn't just right in front of you, but there always is.
Right.
There
and
always is.
we've been now dealing with this for going on 3 years. So some of the new ways that we created should be part of us by now. Like we've
Totally.
been doing it long enough to adopt these
Yep.
as normal practices.
Yes.
I'll tell you one of the things that I do, and I did it prior to COVID, but now especially afterwards, is even around here or even when I'm traveling, I try to find that local restaurant or that local bar or that local pub rather than going to like one of the chains, one of the corporate chains. I try to find that locally owned or family owned restaurant or pub or brew pub.
Yeah.
Because I know that that money that I'm going to spend in that neighborhood in that business is going
You
to
know who
stay
it's directly.
right.
Yeah.
And you know, those local
Absolutely.
businesses are the ones that support the local baseball
Yes,
team, and
exactly.
they donate to charity, and they
Exactly.
do the fundraisers. So I go out of my way to keep my money spent in local shops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think you're absolutely right. I think there was a huge rise in that after COVID.
for sure.
Just the restaurants alone, the folks that, and not to say that they, skated through because people helped, because it was, awful for small business. But the amount of people that went out and like got takeout from their favorite local spot in town on a Tuesday night when they did not used to do that.
Right.
People made a conscious decision to support their local businesses.
Absolutely.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Do you think that there's going to be some? Are you experiencing or seeing any carryover into the music? Like, are you seeing more people come out to see you? Like maybe
Yes.
some people you haven't seen in
In
a
the
little
beginning,
while.
when we first started playing after being
The
shut
restrictions
down,
were lifted.
it was
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, we lucked out. We did Fireside with Kim and Paul
Okay.
during the pandemic.
And what was that?
That was, we gigged every weekend. Like
Okay.
that's who I am. It keeps me sane. Not
Mm-hmm.
that I'm sane, but it keeps me not crazy. Let's put it that way. It's my outlet.
Reduces the levels.
Exactly.
Right, there you go.
Exactly. It's my lilting lithium, right? So I sing every weekend, and all of a sudden, like everybody else,
Right.
we're nothing's happening here. And all I could think of, we have a lot of people that come out, single people that live at home.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't found their tribe yet, or they don't want a tribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they go out to hear music.
Right. Right.
All I could think of were these people at home
With nothing to do.
who live alone,
Yeah.
Right.
with nothing to do,
Mm-hmm.
nobody to talk to,
Mhm.
nobody to communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you're a lone wolf, we're kind of all pack animals,
Yeah.
really.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you do need some
At the end
time.
of the day, you need that sometimes on some level. And I was like, I just felt so bad for folks that, so I said to Paul, I said, listen, I had seen people do live stuff. We're not very technologically, savvy, so it took us a little bit. But I said, listen, I'll light a fire in the backyard because we had to social distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I lit a bonfire in the backyard, and I said, we'll go Facebook Live. And for anybody who's jonesing for some
Yeah.
live interaction, this is as close we're going to get. It was awesome.
Right.
Like, I just kind of thought, oh, my mom lives in Jersey. She can tune in.
Right.
And friends that are, that don't have anybody in anything, they can tune in. And we wound up having, and look, we didn't even know how many people we had watching because, like I said, we didn't even know what was up.
Right.
Hey.
Oh, look who's coming in the door here.
Daniel
All
Bauer's
right.
here.
All
We are
right.
on,
All right.
We are on live right now, just so you know.
We're live.
Do what you got to do, Daniel.
I'm here.
All right, look at him. He jumps right in.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
You look great.
Thank you. Likewise.
So what Kim's saying, and now that you're sitting down, Daniel, as soon as you get comfortable, is what Kim's
He's already
saying.
comfortable. Look at him.
Yeah. What Kim's saying is that she was able to find an outlet during the stay-at-home orders through Facebook Live, and was able to connect with her regular listeners, and then probably develop some new listeners.
So we had people all of a sudden. It's afterwards. We'd play for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You know. And my phone's like, oh my gosh, you have all these people watching. You have all these people watching. We didn't realize, and I didn't even know you could click on there and see how many people were watching.
Yeah.
We had like thousands of people tuning in. Then they were literally.
Yeah.
Then they were connecting with family that they couldn't get in touch with.
Right.
It was awesome. Like we had people tuning in Australia, England, Hawaii, California.
I had the same experience on my other podcast, the Porchcast Pots.
It was amazing.
We were picking up hundreds of thousands of people that were watching in all corners of the earth.
Yeah.
And we were only talking about Pottstown, but it gave people a place to go, just like you're saying, and listen to your music and interact.
And families would interact in the comments.
Yeah.
Hi, Aunt Suzanne. Hi. You know what I mean? It was awesome.
It was cool because we liked watching the people scroll. Like we loved listening to music, which man, we needed it. Everybody needed it.
Yeah, it was.
You don't know what you did for people, but maybe you do. I don't know.
It was awesome. We didn't know at the time until afterwards.
We did the same thing, but communicating with each other, it was so cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We actually had one of our first gigs after we opened back up. There was a couple that was watching in South Carolina, and he said we could not wait to meet you guys. So they showed up at Ron's Crooked Hill Tavern.
Awesome.
From South Carolina.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was really, really amazing. And so that kind of fellowship through music that's continued, which is awesome.
So to my earlier point is, if you like Kim and Paul, if you like Vuja Day, if you like Manatawny Creek Ramblers, keep that going. Keep that supporting local vibe going.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are going to pick up. Hopefully you'll pick up a lot of new interest in your music.
Heck yeah.
So
let's keep this rolling.
Daniel, how do you feel about playing a song right away?
Sure. Yeah, I just gotta get my guitar out.
Yeah, do it up.
Here, I'll hold that for you.
We'll just sit here silently while you do that.
I think what,
do you have anybody making comments or anything?
Yeah, we had some new people that were making comments. Don't forget that the comments are open. Just like Kim is saying, you can interact with us. You can interact with other people that you see posting on the show. Don't forget that I put links up to Vuja Day and Kim and Paul. While Daniel Bauer is playing, I'm going to put links up to Manatawny Creek Ramblers, so you can link to that. I'm also going to put up some links to Pickfest. And after Dan is done playing, he can tell us what he has going down in Boyertown. Right?
That sounds great.
All right. That's what we're going to do. As soon as you're ready to go, I'm going to unmute your mic and just give me the thumbs up, and I'll...
What are we doing? So this is a winging it kind of thing. I was like, hey, Daniel, do you want to do this podcast with me? We can talk about Pickfest, and sounds good. All right, see you then. So, that's how we're rolling. I love it.
Yeah, she said it was at 6:30. I said, I'll be there by 6:30.
I was like, I was wrong with the time. It's 6.
It's taco night. I have to be there at 6:30. So. But anyway,
and this is perfect.
It's not Tuesday.
Yeah.
I know.
You're all on your schedule talking.
It's you're very. That's
oh my
very
God!
true.
It's waffle. Did you miss Waffle Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In lieu of, we're an unusual family in that respect. But
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Taco products are on sale the day after.
I like to live in the past.
Yeah.
Even one day.
Yeah. Back to the Future with Daniel
Right, exactly.
Bauer.
What do you think you're gonna play?
What do you want to do?
Do some Jump Ryan first?
Sure.
Or Bonnie Raitt?
Yep. No, John Prine,
Okay.
really.
Are they ready?
Yes.
I am a woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown. If dreams were thunder and lightning desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was younger, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Yes, it is. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them a buzzing, but I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Wow.
Come on,
That
folks.
was
Hit,
awesome.
hit that like
That was
button.
awesome.
That like button should be exploding.
Yo, that song gives me chills anyway.
Yeah.
But man, Kim,
No, that's a
Your voice-
That's a
Thank
great
you.
version of it.
Thank you.
It's
I
great.
just saw I saw Tedeschi Trucks over the summertime,
So great.
and
so
they
great.
do a great
She
version of
does an
that.
awesome version.
Your
of that.
version of that is awesome too.
Thank
That's such
you.
a good song, man.
Thank you. I actually loved it from John Prine, and then wanted to sing it because I went to see Fish in Maryland,
Okay.
and like this is years ago. This is like 25 years ago or something, and she showed up.
Who? Susan Tedeschi.
Susan Tedeschi showed up. I'm like, who is this chick singing with Fish, singing Sugaree, and then went into Angel
Yeah.
from Montgomery.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, how cool
Cool.
is that? Yeah, it was way cool.
Yeah, it's a great band.
So It's Daniel.
Yeah, well, we're going to
Sir.
transition to you since,
Hey, y'all.
you know,
Thanks for letting me
You just
just
got here.
barge in on your podcast here. Thanks for inviting me, Kim.
Heck yeah. Thank you
So
for
good to
saying
see
yes.
you. So good
I
to see
know.
you.
Yes.
So
always.
good to
You're
be
gonna
playing
play,
again.
Always.
Yeah.
Daniel, if you're going to play, you can barge in anytime you want.
Oh, man. No, it's great.
Hey,
Thank
guys.
you all. Thank you.
Or if you
Appreciate
just
it.
got something to say. That's
Watch that. We could barge in
Yeah.
here one night.
This is great. Yeah, this is beautiful. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
So okay. So let's talk about Pickfest.
Yes, please.
Because you, I believe, started that?
Hank and I, Hank
Hank
Fracon.
Fracon and you, right?
Hank Fracon of Fracon Farms and the Fracon Orchard. Yeah, he and I started it on a Women of Prayer and a flatbed up
In
in
the orchard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We held it up there for the first, I think it was like the first 7 years, and it was great. But it we outgrew the orchard. We learned the hard way that you can't park 2,500 cars up there.
Yeah.
So we moved it downtown, and the Colebrookdale Rail Yard, which it seemed to be the perfect place. They're very agreeable. Nathaniel, who runs the Colebrookdale Railroad, has been a very gracious host to the event over the years, and it's just grown a little bit, dare I say, organically over the years. And it's already the 13th annual this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
huh?
so
It's hard,
awesome.
Yeah.
hard to believe. Hard to believe.
13th being the lucky 13.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey,
Heck
this
yeah.
year
So-
it is.
So-
I saw the lineup. I was like, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, we're finally getting
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
To play.
But I mean, the whole weekend is,
Well, yeah, it's
it's
gonna.
amazing.
So for people who don't know about Pickfest or haven't gone,
Sure.
tell us a little bit about it.
Well, as mentioned, it started in the orchard as just a little bluegrass festival where you could pick apples and listen to 3 or 4 bands play, and then in the meantime, the Fracon started the cidery, so it was also kind of a way to celebrate that endeavor. Cider garden, that's hard grown up cider,
Right? Growing up,
and,
big boy cider.
yeah. And yeah, it was kind of a celebration of those things. And then Hank, being the visionary he is, and the how should I say, the champion of local economy. He
That's a good way.
That's
to put that.
interesting.
well, he's a community man, and
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
he really wanted to see Pickfest grow, not only for the Fracons but for Boyertown.
Yeah.
And there was a couple years where we kind of just handed it over to Boyertown, and it was fine, and it grew, and then Boyertown. Specifically, there was an organization called Building a Better Boyertown who ran it for a couple years, and that was great. And then they said, you know what, this is kind of y'all's event. Why don't y'all run it again? And we took it back, and I think we were in a better place, and things at the rail yard were kind of more ready for us. So things just kind of have there's been a lot of moving parts over the years, but we've landed where we are, and it seems to be a really good place. But
It's morphed throughout the years.
it's morphed,
but it's still the same.
there's 2 things that have remained consistent. The Fracon apple and cider contingency, and the Manatawny Creek Ramblers have been the host band every year, and that's the band.
And it's Americana music.
Mm-hmm. Right. And we've always tried to bring other folky, bluegrassy bands from the region, locally and regionally. There's usually there's a Philly contingency, and yeah. I'm just trying to think, racking my brain. A lot of great bands over the years have played. We've had bands from as far as State College come to play, but usually it's generally local, in the talent.
And luckily, we have a lot of great local music around here anyway. So
It's amazing. Actually.
Music scene. I mean, the music scene is gret.
Yeah.
When you can just be sitting at home, changing a diaper, and you get a text message from Kim saying, "Hey, want to come play with me on a podcast?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
He's like, I'm there.
"Yeah."
I was like,
I mean,
nice.
the opportunity to drive 20 minutes to come play music with you. Yeah, I don't care what it is. But yeah, we have a
Cool.
Good to know.
scene.
yeah.
Good to
And
know.
We get side note, there's this band out of Reading I play with called Neo Trio, bar band, and and we occasionally get together with Kim and Paul and form a full-on rock,
like a KPN3 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we love doing it. It's great.
It's so much fun.
Because we don't have guitar and we don't have amazing female vocals either. So we put 2 and 2 together, and that's what we're going to do for Pickfest.
Okay, cool.
So when Kim and Paul play, we're going to back them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's
Nice.
it called? The Neo
Trio.
Okay.
Out of Reading, PA.
They're great.
Facebook, you have a Facebook page?
Yes, sir.
And you played something at World Cafe Lounge?
Yeah, we did. We played. That was like a private event for the new president of Penn.
Right.
Wow.
On. I
She's
just
a
wanted to
big-
make sure I had the right link because
Like you asked, I would have never brought it up.
yeah, you might not have announced that one. What I did
No,
was
he's a
for
humble
you.
guy. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to talk about any of the cool stuff I do.
Yeah.
Changing diapers and plucking some
I'll
strings.
stick to that.
Yeah.
Eating tacos on the road
Eating
night.
tacos.
I thought it was Tuesday. I have 2 little kids. I don't know anything, man.
What I did for the people that are watching or listening is I put up links.
You told them
to
it's Wednesday?
well, they should know it's Wednesday. I put up links to the Facebook page for Manatee Creek Ramblers. I put up the links to Facebook on the Pickfest. I
Thank
put
you.
an overlay on the screen that had your full advertisement with the lineup.
Awesome.
And then I also just put up a link to Neo Trio. So for anybody that wants to learn more about Daniel Bauer, Manatee Creek Ramblers, and the stuff that he has going on after the show or during the show, look in the chat box and you'll see all kinds of links to these different places.
Thank you. Awesome.
Preferably after the show.
If you know how to do it, you can do it while you're watching.
but
If you don't know
I
how
don't
to
trust
do
people's
it,
technology capabilities.
Just
I don't
wait
think.
till
And
the
if
show's
you don't
there.
know if you know, then you don't.
You
don't
then you don't
You
know.
don't know.
You don't know what you
Yeah.
don't know.
There will be no multitasking here.
Just
The
wanted
more
to
you
put that
know.
out there. Sometimes our watchers get concerned because we're getting too much information
Too much.
and they don't know how to
But
find
they
it
can
again
go back afterwards and get it all.
anytime.
Yep, absolutely.
I
And
think if I the
Yeah,
main,
go-
the main
go.
thing for anyone listening to know is Pickfest is October 8th and 9th in
2
Boyertown.
days.
2 days.
Of
At
phenomenal
Colebrookdale
music.
Saturday.
Culverdale
Sunday.
Railroad, which is right behind the other farm in Durango's, in that big, beautiful new parking lot.
It was an awesome setup last year.
Yeah,
Like, plenty of room.
Have you been back there?
The sound
recently?
was great.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
same sound company.
the sound was great. Sanko, they always do a
Sanko.
great job.
Samco.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year.
Nathaniel's doing wonders back there. He's truly a magical.
Yeah, it's like an Edwardian
entity.
dream.
Yeah, he's creating with the landscape, and it's just beautiful. It's so great to see how it's come along over the years.
Yeah, it is a really cool.
Victorian
spot.
Neverland in the middle of
We were at the
Boyertown.
other. My family and I were at the other farm just this past weekend, and the kids ran off and played in the parking lot of
Uh-huh.
the train station. They were looking at all the trains and everything. They loved it. They
It's so
loved it.
cool.
Yeah, It's a
Yeah,
great spot
train
to go.
rides all day too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I highly recommend booking reservations ahead of time for that. Last year, there were no day of tickets available, so all the trains were already booked. So
Yeah,
come ride a train, but get your tickets ahead of time.
in advance.
Yeah.
So is it going to take place in the parking lot of the train station only, or will there be something at Fraycon Farms as well?
Well, Frank,
The orchard.
The
I mean.
orchard is doing they're in the heat of and the heart of their pick your own season, which is basically September to October, and they have music up there every Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 3. As a matter of fact, Kim will be
Yep.
up there twice, right?
I'm up there with my Irish duo, Killen Clark, October 2nd. We're in the orchard. And then I'm there with Paul, October 30th, little Halloween weekend.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
And we actually did a Pickfest weekend. We were in the orchard,
That's right.
and it was great.
Hmm.
It was great.
So I know in past years there was a transportation from the Boyertown event to the orchard. Is that
Yeah.
take place or
So
again, or-
we don't we do not commute people back and forth from town to the orchard per se, because the orchard has created substantially more parking. So that problem has kind of been mitigated.
So you can just take yourself there if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot more parking now. Steve, who's Hank's younger brother, he's the orchard manager, and he has just done an amazing job over the last few years. It is. I'll tell you what, it really is like the best kept secret up there on that hill on a Saturday or Sunday in September and October. There, you can go up there, free live music, pick apples. There's a cider garden, like a hard cider garden. They have really good food.
It's amazing.
And they have the ciders, the
all the Freycon
adult
ciders.
Yeah.
The cidery is up there.
Yeah.
You could even grab Steve. I'll show you the cidery.
He's like, Daniel, did you really tell people to grab me on the weekend? He's running in the cart.
He's a farmer. What's he have to do?
In your downtime, can you give tours on the weekends? Yeah.
Tell me more about this downtime. But it is a good question because parking can be a curious situation, and they do run their parking people down at the high school and running shuttles down to Washington and Philadelphia Ave.
Oh, okay.
So
that's good for people to know.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you do come to PickFest and you find it to be crazy from a parking standpoint, there's plenty of parking down at the high school, and there's a shuttle running every 20 minutes.
And it's not a far walk.
From there.
If you're in town,
capable,
there's plenty of bicycle parking.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ride your bike down,
Yeah.
Uber home, pick up your bike the next day.
Totally. Yeah, if you can get a room, stay the weekend if you can. I don't know if there's rooms over
Twin
at the
Turrets. There
Twin
you go.
Turrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends stay there for the weekend. I'm like, that's the way to do it. Come both days.
Yeah, it's awesome. Heck yeah. We'll be there Sunday.
Or you get your kids
We're
to
doing
drive
Sunday.
you home,
Mhm.
right?
You get your kids to drive you home.
Right.
Or you get your friends' kids to drive you home.
Yeah.
Who are 16.
Oh, yeah. And actually have a license? Oh, okay. Do you want? Let me see the time.
That's a stickler.
You
for
guys
a
want to
long
do another song, and
responsibility
then
here.
maybe we'll talk a little bit more about PickFest, and then
Sure.
and then we'll close up
Sure.
with a song. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Still got
All right.
a healthy amount of watchers, so people are.
What are we doing here?
All right. Let's.
Listen, I'm gonna throw down a gauntlet, man.
Do it.
Seriously, while you're listening to this beautiful music, just listen and hit that like button.
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love button.
While you're listening to the tune that they're gonna do, just keep
Do you
hitting
say
that
that?
like or that heart button,
Well, I mean-
and let's see if we can light
know if
that
you want to
screen up
say
while
Yeah.
we're going
Blow
live.
it up.
You said G, right?
And then you do the three verses. I'll do the two. How's
That
that
sounds
sound?
good. As long as I get the Chester verse.
Okay.
That's all I care about. The rest of them.
This is Daniel from the Manatoni Creek Ramblers, and this is Kim from Bujade.
Yes.
Teaming up in a special moment here.
Yes. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. And it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. If you don't know by now, when your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on. But don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use in turning on the light, babe. That light I never knew. And it ain't no use in turning on the light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. Still I wish there was something you do or say to try to make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. ain't no use in calling out my name, boy, like you never did before. Said it ain't no use in calling out my name, boy, I can't hear you anymore. I'm a-thinking and a-wondering all the way down. I once loved a man, a child, I'm told. I gave him my heart, but he wanted my soul. But don't think twice, it's alright. I'm walking down that long, lonesome road, babe. Where I'm bound, I can't tell. But goodbye's too good a word, babe. So I'll just say thee fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted all my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice, it's alright.
Man, that was awesome.
Nice.
That was awesome.
We
Awesome.
should do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Actually, you will be doing
We
it
will be
again
doing
on
this.
October 8th
Let's
and
get a gig.
9th,
Yeah.
on the 9th, I guess.
We should get a gig now. Who wants
Hear
to
that
book
out there,
us?
people?
Yeah, right.
So if you want to see them perform live, they'll be performing live separately and together,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
On October 8th and October 9th at Pick Fest
Yeah.
in Boyertown.
We're playing most of our music is happening on the 9th, Sunday.
Okay.
And I'll be there on the 8th emceeing. So please try to come out anyway.
Yeah. And there's great Chestnut Grove is there this year. They're
Oh,
everywhere. This is like the
yeah,
year of
yeah,
Chestnut
they're
Grove.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I had to book them through a manager.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Do you know 'em
they're like
personally?
getting big.
Yes, they're
Well,
getting real
I mean,
big. Yeah,
like,
it's awesome.
part of the charm of Pickfest is like every band has been booked with like a text message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and a high five. And that's pretty awesome. That I think that speaks to our music community.
Mhm.
But it's also great to see bands grow beyond it. And Chestnut Grove is one of those bands that is doing that. But they're gonna come play anyway.
Cool.
So,
Awesome.
That'd
yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
And what night are they playing?
They're Saturday. They're
Saturday.
headlining Saturday.
Okay.
And Kim and Paul and the Ramblers are the closing acts on Sunday.
Okay, cool.
But there was so much good music there last year.
And there will be
And the really cool part for me as a musician of doing gigs like that, you don't get to hear your friends play as much
Yeah.
because you're playing,
Yeah, right.
which is an awesome problem to have. I mean,
yeah,
that's
totally.
like the best way to be bummed out about not seeing your friends play. But when you can make your gig a part of seeing all of your friends gigging,
Yeah.
it's like Shangri-La as a musician. You know what I mean? So
Totally.
yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Daniel, so we talked to Kim about Rouge Day and Kim and Paul and kind of got into their music.
Mhm.
We're talking about Pickfest, but we didn't talk about your band Manatawny Creek Ramblers. Can you give us a little bit of background on them and what the music sounds like and what people can expect if they've never seen you before?
Yeah, well, basically, we're a bluegrass band. Wanna be, trying to be, are. We're a blue collar
I think
bluegrass
R. We'll go with
band.
R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been playing gigs as the Manatawny Creek Ramblers since 2006, and we started at Union Jacks and on the Manatawny. I used to hang out there frequently, and the owner and I got pretty buddy, and after many a late night of threatening to book me and my bluegrass, I it finally happened. Anyway, yeah, we're just we play a lot of traditional bluegrass music, and we do a lot of events on farms, and we some original. We do have a couple records out there on Spotify and Apple Music, but we're not traditional in the sense well, maybe traditional is the wrong word. We love playing Americana string music. We've done it at schools, and we're constantly playing gigs and working hard. But we're pretty much just a traditional band, and we have a few originals, and we'll do a bunch of covers too, folk music, bluegrassified kind of thing. But yeah,
So I've seen you before, and I mean, if you go to a Manatawny Creek Scrambler show, you'll have a good time. It's all upbeat, like kicking the heels type music.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally. A lot of two-stepping happening.
Yeah.
It's just this. It's just a sound I've been drawn to my whole life. My Uncle Charlie turned me on to the music of Ralph Stanley and Hank Williams at an early age, and it started out as kind of like annoying, but it grew on me. Like he would kind of force feed me this music. He'd say, Dan, you gotta come down. He'd take me down to his workbench where he had a record player, and he'd make me listen to a song.
That's awesome.
In hindsight, is freaking adorable. I'm so grateful he did it.
Yeah.
When it was happening, I was just kind of like, this is weird. Like, banjo sounds weird, man. I don't know if I'm really into it, but like, it baked in my psyche.
Yeah.
And come late teens, early 20s, it was like I moved out here to Berks County, and
From where?
Philly, Delco.
Okay.
If you can't tell by my down Delco.
You haven't thrown out any of the Delco words yet.
Our accent is so close to
Yeah,
it.
so it is
It's
close.
like-
It is close.
It's one county away, 2 counties away.
Yeah.
But I do say to I've said over the years to my Delco hometown friends and family, like, Berks County is a world away from Delco in terms of it's like rural beauty. It is the country compared to where I was
No, for
born.
sure.
When
yeah.
you're out here, Delco doesn't seem far, but when folks from Delco come down, it's
That's
far
exactly
west.
it. That's
Like
exactly
even
it.
when I lived and worked in Philly, and we had friends come out to a party at my mom's, they're like, we thought we would never get
I
here.
know.
I'm like, it's less than an hour away.
Like,
When we passed and they took corn stalks home and like decorated
Yeah.
in their house with them, and then
right?
they called, there's bugs in here. I'm like, well, it's
So
like 2
funny.
months later, and it's
I
vegetation that you
know.
took out of a field.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you didn't buy that at the dollar store.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
plucked it out
so
of my
yeah,
lawn.
it's not far for us to go there, but them coming
That's
out here,
so
it's like,
funny.
it's
That's a great way to put
Absolutely.
it. That's a great way to
Yeah.
put it. But I went to I lived 7 miles that way in the woods for 15 years, and one of the first
for
weekends.
the people watching that way,
I'm pointing to
is-
Fleetwood.
Is that what it was? West,
Yeah.
yeah, west.
Between Fleetwood and
Ole.
Kutztown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ole Valley.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But,
Beautiful.
Because they might be holding their phone or whatever differently, so they might be thinking you're pointing.
yeah,
Who
right.
knows where?
Totally.
We don't want them
Radio
just
talk.
guessing.
That's
you know?
right. But I went to the Lions Fiddle Fest, which was this just amazing, like just slice of Americana, fit like 10-year-olds playing on stage, fiddling to judges, and like thousands of blue hair, lawn chair, elderly people watching attentively. But meanwhile, in the periphery, all through the trees and the surrounding area and the woods, it's like these giant circles and groups of people just picking, like with acoustic instruments, and they're playing all these standard bluegrass songs that I come to realize I'm looking around like, what is going on here? And as I meander through these crowds, I'm hearing these songs that my Uncle Charlie force fed me like 10 years earlier, and everyone knows them all and everyone's singing them all. And then I went around this one particular oak tree, and there's these guys that are like only a little older than me doing it, and they sound really freaking good. I'm like, holy shit, like who is this? Like, and I later find out it's a band called Frog Holler, who was the first band I joined when I moved out here, and I still play with. But
I've seen them multiple times. They're a good band. And it's more than just bluegrass. Just to put them into a bluegrass.
they started that
hole.
way, but they're they're more a rock band than a bluegrass band now.
Yeah, rock, blues, rhythm and blues, bluegrass. They cover a pretty wide range. It's good. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
The point though is there's this community aspect of the music that was just really resonated with me. Wow, these are people are getting together. It's kind of what Kim was mentioning earlier as Pickfest is this opportunity for us to commune around music. That's what really that's the aspect of bluegrass that really blew my mind and has kept me in it. It's kind of all about just getting together with your buddies and picking.
I had the same parallel life with my Irish music.
Okay.
Saturday, mom's gonna clean the house. It's oh my gosh, are we listening to this Irish CD again? Not even a CD, a tape. I can't believe we're listening to this. Oh my gosh, right? And then it's the force feeding of the music of your people,
right.
Whatever that is,
right.
And then I'm older. And we're moving my great-grandmother from Dublin into Jersey. And we go out. I'm not even old enough to be in the bar. But I'm Mom, I hear there's Irish music at this bar down here. I was living in Wildwood, cleaning and for the summer. And I hear there's Irish music at this bar. And we get there. And I have since now, wound up being in a band with the guys that were on the stage because my mom literally forced me up there. I'm Mom, I don't know these songs. You've heard them enough. I'm she was right.
It's your problem.
She was right, exactly. Right. I learned it by watching you. And then you realize, wow, it seeps into you if it's what is meant to be for you, I guess,
Osmosis.
And you might not find it on your own, but the people who know you and love you know it's going to work for you. And then I've been singing Irish music ever since. Mm-hmm. And then you go to Irish communities and it's hey, we're, having a house party, whatever. And you get there, it's oh, there's just 20 people sitting around with squeeze boxes and fiddles and guitars. And it's and this is.
And you felt at home.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Right.
So it really same kind of deal, yeah.
Bluegrass is kind of just the American version of that.
Totally.
And
totally.
Amalgamation of all these instruments and cultures that came together. The Celtic.
Yeah,
the Celtic tradition.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And
it's Celtic, Scottish, and German kind of mixed together.
Yep.
So what I did
and
was
African.
Yeah, there's some of the percussion and
the banjo came from Africa.
Right.
So
and the banjo is kind of a cross between a string and a percussion instrument.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You'll be happy to know that the Lions Fiddle Fest still occurs. They're in their 36th year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I put a link to that up in the comments for people to check out.
It's since moved up to Bear Creek, but
it's actually this weekend.
Yep.
It's this Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
How about that?
Great segue.
Right.
Here's a question that you guys are getting from Steve Walker.
Steve Walker.
Steve Walker.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
He's a staple of Boyertown.
Oh, he's been to Pickfest.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's MC'd.
He's playing
been everywhere.
He's played.
He's playing in town this weekend. I saw that.
What's up, Steve?
Hey,
He wants to know where you guys are playing for halfway to St. Patty's.
I'm not.
Oh.
I know.
Ooh.
So maybe Steve needs to get
I have a wedding, that's why. Otherwise I would be, but I have a dear friend's wedding.
Okay. Fair enough.
Steve's playing though. Where are you playing, Steve?
Yeah, throw up a link to your band.
I saw it and I can't recall.
Yeah,
Steve Walker actually is one of the first guys that I knew. He did Hex Fest.
Yeah.
When I came over to the Boyertown area.
I have some wild stories about Hex Fest.
Everybody does.
Have you been to Hex Fest?
How could you go to Hex Fest and not have a wild story?
Yeah.
I got it.
What stories do you remember from Hex Fest?
We'll trade after the show.
Exactly.
Or not remember.
That's an off-air kind of conversation. Yeah. But yeah, Steve Walker has been playing around here forever.
Yeah.
And introduced.
He's one of the great stalwarts of our music community.
Heck yeah. Hex Hollow
Good
Music.
to hear from you, Steve.
Yeah, hi, Steve.
Yeah, any musicians out there, throw your link up. Yeah.
And come to Pickfest and say howdy.
Absolutely. So we're pretty much at the end of the show here, right?
Yeah, you
What?
gotta.
I know it goes by so quick.
We're not doing a 2-hour special for the 50th.
We should.
Listen.
Is this the 50th?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's
People
the
are
50th
still watching.
Congratulations.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Not
50th show.
We're not. It's not 50th anniversary of the show.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
You haven't been doing this for 50 years.
No, nice.
Not
You
yet.
look.
I was gonna
fabulous,
say you,
guys.
you look great anyway, but
Thank you.
Oh, you're the best.
What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, there's still people watching, so people are still want to see what's going on live. And if you want to go back and watch the show, remember that YouTube is the better platform to watch the reruns. So go over to YouTube, a Glocker Realty and Insurance,
Yeah,
And
you
while
can go
you're
right
there-
there, grab it, and watch it.
and while you're there, hit the subscribe button. It's
For
free.
sure.
But YouTube overall
Yeah.
is the better
Yeah.
platform to watch the reruns.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so. Yeah,
It is. Yep. Better,
and you
more
can watch all the
searchable.
old shows and
Yep. You can cast it to your television, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to do another song?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying the first one.
I'll do the
You're
first.
doing the
First,
Got
second,
Got it.
third,
I have a
fourth,
feeling
fifth.
we're going to
Yes.
hear the weight.
Oh, come
Yes.
on, man.
Yes.
Why you-
Because
you
I
blew the
wanted to act like I
surprise,
knew.
dude.
I wanted to act like I knew
Are
something.
you the kid who found the toys in the attic
You're
the
lucky
day
I
before
didn't
Christmas?
sing along to Angel from Montgomery.
You should have. You should
That's
have.
all right.
You better sing along with the weight then.
Maybe I
And
will.
we want to wish you guys a hearty congratulations on your 50th episode.
Yeah.
That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank
Yes,
you.
congratulations.
If you were a band, you would have only made it to like episode 8. So
It's true.
congratulations.
All right,
It's totally
thank you.
true.
Somebody
Jeff
had
was in the Shine. That's how I know Jeff.
Yeah, yeah.
Fest.
From the
Yeah, yeah.
Shine Fest.
Shine Fest.
Yeah.
Your brother Josh.
No.
I know
Your
you
brother,
through
my
Josh.
brother, mother.
Matt and his
Matt
brother Josh.
and
Yeah.
Josh.
Are,
I know you through
were the
those
Shine.
guys.
Yeah.
We played Shine Fest
Yeah.
several years.
Yeah, and we
How's-
might be
how's
calling
I think
Josh
we
you.
actually
doing?
played Shine Fest with you
Yeah.
the year we played Shine
Speaking
Fest.
of
I
Shine
think.
Fest, we might be contacting you because
Bring it back.
we are bringing it back.
That's a great little
Supposedly
grove.
for 2023.
It will shine again.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Love
So,
it.
All right, cool.
I have to dig out my old Shine Fest shirt.
All right. I have a bunch of them.
Nice. I pulled in a Nazareth, was feeling about a half past dead. I just need a place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand. No was all he said. Take a load off and take a load for free. Take a load off and you put the load right on me. I packed up my bags. I went looking for a place to hide. Then I saw the devil and Carmen walking side by side. I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. Said, son, well, I got to go, but your friend can stick around. Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me. Go down these Moses, there ain't nothing that you can't see. It's just old Luke and Luke's waiting on the judgment day. Yeah. Well, Luke, my friend, what about your man?
He said, do me a favor, son, won't you stay and keep Annalie company? Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load on me. Crazy Chester followed me. He caught me in the fog. Said, I will fix your rack if you take Jack, my dog. Said, wait a minute, Chester. You know I'm a peaceful man. Said, that's okay, son. Won't you feed him when you can? Take a load off Annie. Take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. Hey, put the load right on me.
Go for it. I'll chime in.
Catch a cannonball, come on, take me down the line. Take me down the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know she's the only one who sends me here with her regards for everyone. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. Hey, put the load right on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Beauty.
What a
Yes.
Beauty.
great
Word up.
way to end the show.
Right on.
Right on. Right on. So I'm going to do some shout outs for your events coming up or your gigs coming up. So Kim, you are playing at Union Jacks at the
Tomorrow night.
in Manatee tomorrow night.
We got tomorrow night, and then we got 2 weeks from then. That closes out our like summer Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then we'll hit Sundays and come November.
Awesome.
Yes,
And then Friday, you're playing at the Iron Gate
correct.
in Pottstown.
Great spot on High Street.
And that's 7 to
Pottstown.
10.
Pottstown has this resurgence of awesome spots. I
Yeah,
love it, love it, love
for
it.
real.
We love our gigs at the Iron Gate. Yes.
Daniel, you are playing with the Manatee 2, which is, I guess, a condensed version of
Yeah,
the
10-9,
Manatee.
fiddle and guitar. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're playing at the other farm on this Friday,
Mhm.
right?
Nice.
Yes, sir.
And that is 6 to 9.
Sir,
Correct.
yes, sir. We'll be out back in the beer garden.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Awesome. So if you want to see them, you can go to their gigs coming up or definitely come to Pickfest
We'll see you
on
at
October
Pickfest,
8th
yes.
and 9th.
See you there, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Lots
you.
of good local music. We have to talk about the Fall Frolic. before
Lay
we-
it on us.
Yeah. So we have the Fall Frolic coming up. I mean, it's happening now with Glocker Realty. It's happening from, September 16th, which is tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
The
No,
30th.
2 days. Today's the 14th, Jeff.
Is it? See, I don't know my days
16th
either.
would be Friday.
Yeah,
Are you having tacos tomorrow?
probably something strange like that. From the 16th to the 13th, we're doing Fall Frolic at Glocker Realty, which is a free thing where you can just you grab a card that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 local businesses on it, and you go to 5 of them. You get a stamp at each business. You don't have to buy anything.
You should
at the
go
business.
to all of them, though.
You should go to all of them. Should support local for sure. But you get a stamp at least 5 of them, and you come back and you can put your entry. Then becomes your entry into one of the many gift baskets that are available. They're awesome gift baskets.
I thought they were thank yous for us for being here.
We gave you some beer.
Yeah, we did.
We're
My
good.
eye on that spider.
And all of those gift baskets are put together by local vendors and local artisans and local stores. So you're supporting local, you're getting local gifts, and you're checking out the area, learning more about your neighborhood.
Awesome.
It's a
Absolutely.
win-win-win.
And you can get this entry form or whatever you want to call it at any of the businesses, which is Stellar House Gift Shop, Grind Restaurant, Semper Pie, Boyertown Ice Cream, and Water Ice Factory, which, I mean, you're getting
Their ice
ice
cream
cream
is
right
awesome.
there. Come on. Peppermint Stick Candy Store, which bring your kids to and you'll spend a lot of money.
They
And
got a treat in bottles.
you're
there.
going to have to help me with this one. What's that one?
Laney Rowe Boutique.
Okay.
That's a new one. I'm not familiar with her. She's at
I think she
You will
like a
be
year
after Fall
ago.
Frolic.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, 101 South Washington Street.
Funky Frets, which is, of course, a music place, and the State Theater, which everybody should know. State
Awesome.
Theater.
Go to a
That's
movie
a fun
and get
day.
your food
Yeah,
stamped.
Stuff
right.
all day. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a nice little tour.
Yeah.
They're still putting in the new seats.
Yeah,
They
they are. They're
have
still working
snacks
on that.
and they
Yeah.
have a bar.
Yes, which is always good. I'm just looking at my notes here of what we need to mention. Next week, we are not going to be live for the show.
Mm.
We're going to record early because we have to due to scheduling.
We have to work and make money.
But we're going to have
Sounds horrible.
Yeah,
I
it's horrible.
know.
we're going to have Ellen and Amanda from Building a Better Boyertown, which was mentioned tonight.
Mhm.
We're going to be talking about the Oktoberfest coming up.
Another fest.
Yep.
'Tis the season of fest.
And if you want to know
Pumpkin spice.
what's going down in Boyertown, you can go to my website, jeffknowsboyertown.com, where I have an event guide called What's Going Down in Boyertown, where I highlight all the events that are happening in and around Boyertown, and I definitely highlight all the musicians and what they're doing. So go there to check it out. And that's what I got, Matt.
Tomorrow night is the Cast at Glocker.
No.
We're bringing you.
Try again.
What's that?
It's Porchcast Puffs.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow night. Holy crap. And I didn't even drink any beers tonight.
You did not
Well,
have one single drink.
That's your problem.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Also sounds horrible.
Things are much better on this side.
Porchcast
Sucks for
Pottstown. Porchcast Pottstown tomorrow on YouTube and Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, Porchcast Pottstown. We'll be talking to Matt Moyer, who's a principal, and he's bringing in a special guest. We're going to learn about what's going on in the Pottstown School District for back to school.
That's good to know. Yeah.
And we have a list of local news and events, and I will be sure to mention Kim and Paul at the Iron Gate.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I'll add that to my list of events.
Please do.
Nice.
Nice,
Please do,
nice.
Yeah.
Kim, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
No. I think we did it all.
Daniel,
I think we're
yourself?
There was Neo Trio's playing a couple gigs coming up, but just check us out on Facebook, maybe.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to send our once a month, I send out our email schedule. So if anybody wants to do that, you can message us your email address. I send that out once a month. You'll be in the know of what's going on.
All right.
And we got shows, frequently. So
Gigs
Yeah.
are back, baby.
gigs are back.
Yeah. Love
Hallelujah.
it. Love it. Live music.
Hallelujah.
It's the best.
To that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jenna
Hey.
Shantz from Healthy Kids Running Series
Oh,
is
yeah?
saying hello.
Oh, and you know what? I actually have that noted here. They're having the ribbon cutting ceremony for their fitness center, Bears Den
Cheers, yo.
Fitness, on this Saturday at 11 o'clock. So go there and celebrate with them.
Glocker Realty Insurance has been a sponsor for Healthy Kids Running Series up here in Boyertown. So
Mhm.
definitely go check them out. And I'm going to put a link to them up in the comments. I tried to link as many bands and venues and bars and restaurants that we talked about. I tried to link every single one of them in the comments to the show.
Awesome.
Manatawny Creek Ramblers, Vujade, Kim and Paul, Killing Clark. So if you
Awesome.
want to find out about any of these
Awesome.
things that we've mentioned, just scroll back through the comments and
Between
there's a link.
Nice.
Daniel and I were everywhere.
It
Good
does
on you.
seem that way. It does seem that
Hey,
way.
thank you both so much for coming
Thank
in for
you
our
for
50th.
having us.
Thank you,
Yes.
And thank you for your beautiful music too.
Thank you.
Our
we,
pleasure.
We
Thanks.
love
Super
it.
fun.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you,
way
Kim.
super
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
All right.
We'll see you all at Pickfest.
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Yes. Peace and love for sure.
All right, I'm
Do we
gonna
have a little
tweet an
outro or
outro.
something?
We got an outro.
We got an intro and an outro. This is a whole new thing this year. We're
All
getting
right.
official.
Look at you.
It's crazy.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
All right.
The Cast at Glocker, Wednesdays,
Yep.
6-ish.
See you next Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Or
It'll be
so.
on the dot. No, it'll be on the dot
Oh,
because
that's right,
it's
'cause
not. It's
Don't forget, folks, we really do need you to subscribe on YouTube. Share the show out to your friends and help us spread the word about what's going down